Hi there, I'm Jen, and I have a goal to monetize my YouTube channel by my 55th birthday this August. Welcome to episode 3 of Can I Monetize My YouTube Channel by My 55th Birthday? You may not know this, but when I'm not creating content, I work full-time as a second grade teacher. And one of the things I teach my students is the value of striving for improvement, not striving for perfection. Here are the steps I took this week to improve my content creation skills, leading to the most growth I've had in subscribers since I started on YouTube in January. Number 1, celebrate the wins. To those in the motivational spaces, the acronym WIN stands for What's Important Now, and it focuses 100% on what needs doing right now at this moment without any other distractions. In the academic spaces, where I spend much of my time, the acronym WIN stands for What I Need, and it focuses on providing enrichment to those students who aren't meeting their academic standards in certain areas. But in the space of my brain and my life, the acronym WINS with an S is a better model to follow, and that stands for Where I Notice Success. Personally, I'd rather focus on where I am succeeding rather than on where I am lacking. I feel it's a kinder and gentler motivational tool. So now that we have that explanation out there, you might be wondering, what were her wins? Well, let's look at some analytics to find out. If you see me looking off camera a bit here and there, it's just because I'm looking at my notes. I can't keep all of this information in my brain, and I'm really bad at memorizing stuff. Thanks. So looking at my overall channel analytics, I noticed improvement in 3 areas. First of all, I increased my subscribers by 57 in the last week, which is really rather interesting because 57 is also the number of subscribers I started with when I started this challenge. I think that's a good omen. It's also, though, the most growth that I've had in subscribers since I started my channel back in January. It's a 700% improvement over the week before. The second improvement that I noticed is that I gained 42.7 watch time hours, which was a 694% improvement over last week. And now I'm going to need to add the little effect of my glasses because I can no longer see my notes clearly. Remember, I'm going to be 55 in August. The third improvement I noticed was that I had 2,639 views, which was a 300% improvement over last week. Now, if we look more closely and compare my analytics between episode 1 and episode 2 of the challenge, we're going to notice some more significant wins. As of this recording, episode 2 had gotten 671 views, 22.7 watch time hours, and earned 37 subscribers in its first 7 days. So it happens to be like around 7:15 or so, and the sun and lighting are totally changing. So just bear with me here. Thank you, I appreciate it. And now if we compare that to the analytics from episode 1, Episode 1 had 26 views, 1.4 watch time hours, and earned 2 subscribers in its first 7 days. I see that improvement as a humongous win. Now, you may be wondering, well, Jen, that's all nice and good, analytics and numbers. What did you actually do to make those wins happen? Well, that's where step number 2 comes in. Step number 2 is, don't reinvent the wheel. As an elementary educator for the last 25 years, I've learned the value in having the willingness to use the strategies that work for other educators in developing their practice. It's taken some time and some research, as well as trial and error, to sort through all the techniques to find out which ones work for me. But in the end, I found the most success in my career when I use what's already proven to work. The same applies to content creation. I've been studying strategies taught by some of the leading educators in the content creating industry to learn about what's working. I am applying what I'm able to with the resources that I currently have. For example, I recently learned about the value of utilizing end screens to promote other videos in my catalog. I'm beginning to see a slight uptick in the views of previous videos since I've been doing that. And this leads me to the third step I took this week to improve. Step number 3, take some risks. Notice I didn't say be a risk taker. I am not a risk taker. I like things to stay comfortable and the same. I like consistency and predictability, but I am willing to do some new things once in a while, and I am willing to push myself a little bit beyond my comfort zone. Okay, you're going to notice now that the lighting is totally different than it was a bit before. Remember, I'm a small new YouTube channel. Please be kind. Okay, back to our originally scheduled programming. As I was saying before, risk-taking for me means pushing myself a little bit beyond my comfort zone. And as I've mentioned before, I am a teacher, and I've tried new strategies in the course of my career with a proven track record. As a newly divorced woman 15 years ago, I decided to travel alone for the first time. As a woman in my 50s with 2 grown children and a career, I started a YouTube channel. As a content creator, though, taking risks means being willing to try new content ideas that are working for other creators but may not have been on my radar before. Despite the fact that these are all risks, these are all things that are new to me, they're risks that I'm willing to take. This series that I'm doing, for example, it's a risk. It's requiring me to have content prepared. It's requiring me to stick to a schedule. It's requiring me to stay within a specific time frame. It's requiring that I learn about lighting. And it's also requiring that I move beyond my creative comfort zone and I learn about the business side of YouTube. This last step encompasses all 3 of the previous steps. By celebrating the wins, not reinventing the wheel, and being willing to take some risks, improving my content by 1% is a natural consequence. So what are the things that I did better this week? I utilized script writing. I included end screens. I created videos that were longer than 8 minutes. I uploaded 2 long-form videos and 4 short videos this week. I tried my hand at vlogging, and I started a weekend vlog series. Every one of these improvements in my practice as a content creator will inevitably contribute to an overall improvement in my analytics next week. As Henry Ford said, if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. I interpret his quote this way: as long as I strive to keep improving on all of the cogs of the content creating machine, my channel will become a successful one. So what will I focus on for next week? I plan to research some topics that affect women my age, relating to life transitions, relating to the challenges of those transitions, and I want to research some microphones and probably purchase one. I also want to practice improving my lighting. I want to make some kind of recording and editing schedule that works within the confines of my full-time career. And lastly, I plan to have a lot of compassion for myself. Being a YouTuber or content creator at the same time as having a full-time job and the full-time job of caring for a family, it's a lot of work. So I'm going to take care of my mental and physical health. I am going to live my life giving the same focus to the same areas of my life that I did before I started creating content for YouTube. So those are the steps that I took this week to grow my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. And if you want to know how this whole series got started, please watch this video next. See you next time.